Okay, so my name is Johnny. I've been with Prelemen for 2 months. I've just finished my internship. I'm about to move to my contract position. And let me tell you, it's been a lot. It's been a lot more than I could have ever imagined or hoped for. I feel like in the past 2 months, I've probably gained 8 years of experience or something like that. It's been a lot, and I say this in the best possible way, but it has been a lot. I will, though, try to keep it short for you guys, give you a little recap of my time here. So I initially joined Prelemen because I have a very good friend called Vashk who used to work here about 2 years ago, and at the time he kept telling me these amazing stories and telling me about the experience he was gaining, and it sounded great. But at the time, it wasn't for me because we were going down slightly different life paths, so it wasn't really something that I was interested then. But now it was something that I was interested in. So I thought, if he had this cool experience, what was preventing me from having the same experience as he did? So I applied. I had a chat with Dee, and at the time, Dee told me that I would learn more here than I would anywhere else. And I don't want to say I was a bit skeptical, but I was a bit skeptical because at the end of the day, that's what you tell everyone that you're trying to hire, if that makes sense. But little did I know that Deepak wasn't lying. Nothing could have. I don't think I could ever find another place where I would have learned as much as I have here in this internship. It was really, really, really a cool experience, and I'm excited to start my contract now. But so I initially joined Perlemon as a part of the web development team, and it was a cool experience. The team is full of amazing people. I started by uploading blog posts and service pages, but I quickly realized that the role wasn't made for me because with my personality and my skill set, let's say, I feel like I'm more suitable for a role that involves dealing with people, but maybe a bit more client facing. And even Charles, our manager, he said that my talents were being wasted away, and yeah, wasted away in the shadows, basically. So basically, I said my goodbyes. I moved on to my next chapter here at Per Lemon, where I started assisting Lydia. And for those who haven't had the privilege of meeting Lydia, I'd like to think of her as our little guardian angel. She basically deals with everything operations related, and she powers through more tasks in the day than it should be physically possible, to be honest. And assisting her was probably a good highlight of my time here because there's always so many different things to do that kind of keeps the role and the job interesting, because not 2 days were ever the same working with Lydia. So that was pretty cool. But then, and due to the unexpected departure of one of the account managers, the seat became available. So the need for a new account manager came up, and as a yes person, I obviously said yes, and I embraced that challenge. So I started working with James, which is our little account management superhero. He's also been putting a lot of work recently with when the other account manager left. He was put under a lot of stress, so I was more than happy to step in and trying to help him as much as I could. He showed me the ropes. He taught me everything I know about account management, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I had a very good time working with James. He's an incredible person as well. And I was happy in the sense that this role was a lot more client facing. So it was something that I was looking for. But at the same time, when I joined Per Lemon, in my head, I always wanted to follow sales. So even though I was happy doing account management, in my mind kept going back to sales, and thinking that I would be more happy doing sales. So eventually, I had a meeting where I went to D, and I said, and I asked if there was a possibility to follow sales, and that I thought that sales would be more aligned with my interests, and basically trying to find a way where I could align my interests with the company's interests. And so basically, what happened was Dee emphasized the internal need for someone who could basically sell anything. And given that I don't have a background in sales, and I know very little about sales, it was a bit intimidating. But again, as a yes person and someone who's interested in starting sales, I guess that this is the best opportunity that I could have been given. And I always said yes. I started by selling our accounting and legal services, which proved to be a bit challenging because, to be honest, I don't know much about it. So it's hard to sell something that you don't know what you're selling, if that makes sense. But then started moving more towards the marketing and the agency side, and also catering, now maybe a bit of tattoos. And so this was something that I was a lot more comfortable selling because of my business background and all of that, and because the selling process is a bit more standardized, if that makes sense. So I've been enjoying sales a lot. I feel like this is exactly what I was meant for. I know I've realized it's going to be a bit of a learning curve, but I'm very excited to get good at it and to add as much value as I can to Per Lemon. And yeah, I think that when looking back, this opportunity that Dee gave me to jump around departments has been truly invaluable. Like, I can't put a value to it. It's at first I thought of it as a bit of a setback because I kept having to start fresh with new teams, and I started even questioning a bit my position here at Per Lemon. But now that I look back, it basically gave me a lot of insight into a lot of departments, showed me how things work in all those departments, and most of all introduced me to a lot of people in the teams, which today I'm quite close with. And if I have any doubts, I can just hit them up and ask any doubts that I have, and then they're always there to help me. So my time here has been amazing. Even though we are a remote team, the communication and the support that we have genuinely makes me almost forget about the distance. I truly feel like we're one big family. Everyone's very, very close. Everyone's truly here to help one another. And yeah, it's been an amazing, amazing, amazing time. And I'm very excited to see what Per Lemon has in store for me. I hope to, in the near future, become really good at sales, close a lot of deals, and learn. And I'm sure that for as long as I'm here, I'll keep learning. There's always room to learn here. There's always things to do and other things to try out. Dee is an incredible entrepreneurial person who's always looking for new challenges. So I'm very excited to join him on this journey and to help him as much as I can. And if you're seeing this and if you're considering Per Lemon, I highly recommend it, because follow Dee's advice and now my advice. And I'll tell you this much: you won't learn as much as you will learn here anywhere else. So thank you. This has been my journey here, and I hope to see you on this side. Cheers.